Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this 2022 Kia Carnival, but I would like to give a special thanks to South Dade Kia for providing with the Kia Carnival. If you're in the market for a Kia, you can come check out South Dade Kia. But let's start off underneath the hood here of the Kia Carnival. Once I open up the hood here, it reveals Kia's 3.5 liter V6. It makes 290 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and as the Carnival sits, it weighs 4,300 pounds. You can tow 3,500 pounds. Fuel economy is rated at 19 in the city, 26 on the highway, and 22 combined. If you're looking to get over 30 miles to the gallon, you have to check out the new Toyota Sienna, which is a full-on hybrid. That's going to be the most efficient minivan in the segment here. But shedding the hood here of the Kia Carnival for 2022, Kia has dropped the Sedona name and renamed this the Kia Carnival. Let's talk about the exterior styling here. It looks really good. It looks really handsome. This is a handsome minivan here, but it does have some SUV-like cues here. Looking at these headlights, they're going to be a full LED with an LED daytime running light with an incandescent turn signal with an automatic low and high beam. I do like the squares here in the front grille. There's also a front-facing camera. Looking down here is going to be full LED fog lights down here. There's front parking sensors. I do like the aluminum painted trim here. There's also the new Kia Emblem. This is the first Kia product in America to get the Kia Emblem. I know the Kia Stinger also has a new Kia Emblem as well. But I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about the Kia Carnival. Looking at the side profile, let's start out with these tires and wheels here. These are a 235/55 tire. They're at this 19-inch rim design. I do like the gloss black finish here. There's this LED side marker here in the mirror cap. Up top, there's these roof rails. The wheelbase for the Kia Carnival is at 121.7 inches. I do like this texture here on the C-pillar, which looks really nice. And the overall length for the Carnival is at 203 inches. But let's look at the rear of the Kia Carnival. Looking at the rear, let's start out with these taillights here. They're going to be an LED combination with an LED brake light, but the turn signals and reverse lights live down here at the lower part of the bumper. Is going to be an incandescent design. I do like the aluminum painted trim here. There's rear parking sensors. I love the Carnival badging here, how Kia has it spelled out. There's the new Kia Emblem. That's a standard backup camera with incandescent lights for the tag. Open up the cargo back here. This does have a power opening tailgate. Once it opens, it reveals 40.2 cubic feet of space. Once you fold down everything, Kia says it expands to 145.1. So that's more cargo space than the new redesigned Chevy Suburban. Sitting inside the interior of the Kia Carnival, looking at this interior, I do like this two-tone color combination. Looks really good here. But shutting the door here of the Kia Carnival, the door sounds pretty solid. But to start up the Kia Carnival, put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here. Looking at the key fob here of the vehicle, this is the same key fob that's on the Kia K5, also the Kia Stinger. There's a lock, unlock, panic button, trunk release. You can also open up these sliding doors. There's also a remote start. There's a new Kia emblem there on the key fob. The key does feel nice and sturdy in my hands. Looking at the door panel material, is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's this aluminum door handle, two-person mirror seat. There's some black piano trim there. Your lock controls, mirror controls. You can power fold these mirrors in if you would like. It is automatic up, automatic down for windows. Grab handle here to shut the door. Nice area to rest your elbow. Down here, additional storage and cup holders. You can also open up these sliding doors from here. Your dimmer switches, lane keep assist, stability control, your trunk release, also the power door function, so you can turn that on and off if you would like. This is a manual tilt telescoping wheel. It does offer a good amount of range and adjustability. This is the new Kia Emblem here, as you guys can see, just like on the key fob. It's also on the airbag cover. Your headlight and turn signal stock is there. The wind wiper stock is right here. I'd like the gloss black trim at the lower part of the steering wheel here. There's some controls for the volume, voice commands, also for adaptive cruise control. Looking here, the screen is massive. This is the biggest screen in the segment out of the Chrysler Pacifica, the Honda Odyssey, and also the Toyota Sienna. This is a 12.3-inch display. You can also get a 12.3-inch display here in the gauge cluster, but it's going to be optional. Going here to the Google Maps, as you guys can see, this thing takes up the complete screen. The screen is so massive, it looks so good, nice clean resolution. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Going to the Kia interface here, just like any other Kia products, the system is really fast to touch. Going back to the Apple CarPlay, I do like this wood-like trim here on the upper part of the dashboard. There's your air vents. There's some touch sensitive buttons here, which I'm not a big fan of touch sensitive buttons. You can also adjust the fan speed there if you would like. Like I mentioned, it's push button start. Up here is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic for the upper part of the dashboard. There's 3 USB ports down here. Putting the Carnival into reverse here, looking at the backup camera, it does reveal a top-down 360 view. You can also zoom in and out just in case you wanted to make sure that you're not too close to a curb or anything like that. There's different angles around the vehicle, so just in case you had kids playing and whatnot, you just want to be extremely careful. You can check around the vehicle as well. Kicking it down here to drive, over to the left there's a sport mode in the transmission. This does house the 8-speed automatic transmission. In the back into park, there's some aluminum like trim here. There's 2 cup holders, an area to rest your phone, electronic parking brake. There's your drive mode selector here, which shows you eco, sport, smart, and normal. So there's 4 different drive modes here that you can go through if you would like. There's an auto hold right here. Also 3-level heated and cooled seats. You can also turn off the parking sensor if you would like. You can also access the camera through there by clicking this button here. The center console is going to be nice and padded. It does reveal a decent amount of storage. There's no USB ports in there or charging connectivities in there. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like the way that they look. You can also slide the seat forward and also adjust it so you can give this passenger here a little bit more legroom if they need it. Open up the glove box here, it does reveal a decent size. But overall, the interior of the new 2022 Carnival does look really nice and premium. I also like the materials in here, but let's hop into the second and third row. Getting into the second row here of the Kia Carnival, as you guys can see, there's this power sliding door. There's this grab handle here, so if you're short, you can get into this minivan here. But getting back here, shutting the door, you can press this button here on the side, or you can use the actual handle to shut the door. Once the door shuts, there's this manual sunshade here to block out the haters. There's a tri-zone climate control, so you can keep the passengers back here either cold or hot. There's 2 USB ports in the seat bags. There's also 2 mount pockets here. There's 2 cup holders. There's a household outlet with a 12-volt. There's additional storage down here. The floor back here is completely flat, so you can sit 3 people across. And Kia says you get 40.5 inches of legroom. There's these monitors back here to keep the kids occupied on a long road trip. Looking up here, there's your air vents, also with incandescent lighting. Pulling the scrap here, this folds down to reveal 2 cup holders with a little bit of storage here. If you guys don't want to fold this down, you want to have 3 people sit across, you can definitely do so. But let's hop into the third row really quick. Kia gives you the option to do that by giving you this handle here. Once you pull the handle, the seat will slide forward. But I'm going to cross over. Getting back here, I'm going to sit right here. Kia says you get 36.5 inches of legroom back here in the third row. There's going to be cup holders and storage. There's a USB port on this side, also over there. The materials in the seat feels the same as the second, and also for the driver and passenger. So Kia didn't skip out here on the materials here in the third row. Of course, it's going to be a hard touch plastic. There's also your own manual sunshades back here as well. I do have a decent amount of headroom here. But overall, the second and third row of the Kia Carnival is very spacious. So starting off in the 2022 Kia Carnival, this has Kia's 3.5 liter V6. It makes 290 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. If you guys like to tow, Kia says you can tow 3,500 pounds. And this is the fastest minivan in the segment because it makes 290 horsepower. It was the Chrysler Pacifica that made 287 horsepower. So this makes additional 3 more horsepower compared to the Chrysler Pacifica. So now it's the fastest minivan in the segment. Let's talk about fuel economy really quick. This is rated at 19 in the city, 26 on the highway, and 22 combined. So if you guys are looking to get over 30 miles to the gallon, you have to either check out the Toyota Sienna or the Chrysler Pacifica, and they do offer a plug-in hybrid of that version of the Pacifica, and that gets 30 miles on a single charge. So if you guys are looking to get better fuel economy, you have to check out the other competitors. I'm not sure if Kia is going to be offering a hybrid version of the Carnival or even a plug-in version of the Carnival. Let's talk about the driver's assistance here. This does have forward collision warning with lane keep assist, also with blind spot monitoring. So Kia does keep you safe, and I do like the highway stir assist. Once you click the steering wheel icon here on the steering wheel, once it turns green, that lets you know that the vehicle will keep you centered in the lane, and it works really good. I tested it out before. Kia does have some really good driver's assistance. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like the way that they feel. I do like this 2-tone color combination. Kia did a really good job here with this interior. You guys can option in a 12.3 inch digital gauge cluster here, but Kia does offer this 12.3 inch display. Now this is the biggest infotainment system in the segment here. The other competitors have a 9-inch, 8-inch display. Now this is a 12.3 inch. If you go for a lower end model of the Carnival here, Kia will give you a 8-inch as standard, but this 12-inch is going to be optional. And the Carnival that I'm testing today is an EX model, so it's going to be semi-fully loaded, but it is missing that 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. It looks really Mercedes-Benz like in here if I would have had that 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, but it still looks Mercedes-Benz like in here to a certain extent. But they keep it really simple here with these analog gauges, but they do give you this small helper screen that you can configure in a sense. The ride quality in here is fantastic. It rides like every other minivan in the segment, really smooth, compliant, and plush. The steering feel here is really playful. Let's put it into its actual sport mode here. The 3.5 liter does have a nice growl from it. It sounds really good. I like the way that it sounds. There's no paddle shifters, but there is this manual mode. You can kick this gear lever over to the left, and you can basically shift your own gears manually. Like I mentioned, this is an 8-speed automatic transmission. It's really good. The powertrain is really refined as well. I have no problems with it. It does sound really good. And the visibility is really good at this vehicle. You have good visibility all around, from the sides, the front, and also the rear. Like I mentioned, it does come with Kia's driver's assistance, which is really good driver's assistance as well. But like I mentioned, Kia did a really good job here with the 2022 Kia Carnival. The interior looks really good. The exterior styling looks really good. It looks different from every other minivan in the segment. It looks really SUV-like, like I mentioned from the outside scene. But overall, the Kia Carnival is a really good daily driver. If it's your family here, you guys can go on a long road trip. It does offer the most cargo in the segment. Like I mentioned, you can't go wrong with the Kia Carnival. It looks really good from the outside. It does offer good warranty, one of the best warranties compared to the other competitors in this segment. So after spending time with the Kia Carnival, starting price for the Carnival here is at $41,100. With the options and accessories, the Carnival stickers for $42,475. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next video.